Hello, my violence-loving buddies. This is Passion, also known as Mikkel, and welcome to another No More Side Jobs segment. Now, I I realise a big error I did in my most recent Journey to No More Heroes 3 episode. I didn't actually introduce Sting So Good, so I'm gonna do that right now. Because the rank number 2 fight with Alice it's such a big moment because it's literally just before we go ham and really head in to just finally finishing the game. And I've had a lot on my mind when it comes to it. Mainly I'm just like, oh boy, No More Heroes 2 is going to be over. Then I have to immediately go into the review, pump that out, have a small break, and go straight on to Travis Strikes again. And I'm a little, like I said before, I'm a bit apprehensive about it because I won't have as much knowledge about it. I won't have as much experience, so it's going to be a bit tricky for me to get a good and consistent amount of gameplay. And because of its structure, it's not as easy for me to really put these videos together in an okay kind of way, in an alright segmented kind of fashion. So yeah, it's a lot of things. Overall, it's a lot of things, and it's a very powerful experience going through the rank number 2 fight. It doesn't even feel like a difficulty spike in a way. It just feels like a all of a sudden an intense experience. Right, okay, we'll get on into the side job. I'll show that off first, and then I'll go on to my Tower of Babbling. I actually had to write down notes as well. So, it's this damn assassin craze. All the tough guys in this city are decapitating each other so they can be on TV. Now we're running out of men to do the real work, like extermination. Scorpions are everywhere. But you look strong enough, Aang. Will you save us from those stinging bastards? Will you save us from those stinging bastards, Aang? They're fire-bending scorpions. That'd be awful. Now, what I like about this is that this is the only side job that's not in 2D. You're still in 3D. So we actually get to see a wonderful part of Santa Destroy. It's actually in 3D and you can walk around in it. You don't have to fight anyone. Exterminate the scorpions. The amount you're paid depends on the total weight of the scorpions you've caught. If stung by a scorpion, get a first aid kit to detoxify yourself before the poison spreads through your body. So it's this box over here. So plus you don't have the dash ability, so that makes it a little bit extra challenging. Plus you got this long ass grass too, so it does make it tricky. But you can actually move the camera around. Oh wow, we're a little bit in the desert boonies, aren't we? Oh, we got a box over here. That's handy. I'll keep that in mind. There's got to be something out here. Man, come on, man. Probably some scorpions out here. I do know you can sort of hear them. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, shit.
Gotcha.
Where's the box? Where's the box? Oh, God, that's really not a lot of time. Oh, shit, we'll do that again. Oh, at least I got one in. Quite surprised by that. That's the one! Look at that smile on his face. I hate you with all my heart. Oh, it's not even that. I hate you with all my hate. It's even better than I remembered. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, right, we'll go at that again. We'll go at this again. But, yeah, this is actually one of the most challenging ones for me. Because I don't have a lot of practice with Sting So Good. And I'm very terrible at it. But the main objective is, yep, obviously, stand behind the scorpion. But I felt brave, and I forgot how fast, how quick on the draw those green scorpions are. They really are fast. But don't worry, you won't have to. You don't have to expect like me goofing up this bad on Travis Strikes again, because despite that being only one run, I had quite a lot of fun. I actually had quite a lot of fun going through that first game. It was really good fun. Oh. Not be able to get away with this. Oh, yes! These scorpions are goddamn tough. I need to see where the box is first, because we've got a fair few here. Okay, there's a box over there, so I can actually start working my way towards. Oh, oh God, it really isn't There we go. Really isn't easy to line Travis up on some of these because he just immediately dashes. He's got no in between. There we go. And this frame rate isn't doing that great. Jeez. Wow, as soon as you get near a scorpion, it just drops. Whoosh, oh shit. Okay, I've got some time I can make it. I'm not gonna risk it, I'm just gonna head straight there. But you can't dash really. I kinda don't wanna have the ability to dash because I think to sprint.
Wow, that was close.
Oh god, you used to use it up in one go, and am I stuck on this thing? No. That's a bit nerve-wracking. Just immediately. Oh, come on. There we go. Gotcha. Lovely. I'm actually doing quite well. I think just surviving till the end of the time, to the end of the allocated time is. That's fine. I should be able to make it. Oh shit. Oh no, there's one just there. Damn it. Okay, I've got to be careful. I don't want any scorpions to kill me. Please. Yes! Last second, very last second. Someway. Jeez. This retakes a lot of concentration. These things are so quick. It's pretty cool that they're so fast, actually. Yeah! Survived, I did it. Right, so. Onto my tower babbling. Because there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack from the Alice cutscenes that I really enjoyed. Oh, yeah. Amazing, you've restored my faith in mankind. Actually, no, I still hate mankind, but at least you're okay. Cheers, bro. Right, so, stuff to unpack. So, when it comes to Alice and the cutscene notes that I have here, Alice is actively ascending the ranks, which is actually a nice reminder. The other assassins do climb up the ranks. They're not just sitting there waiting. Because quite a lot of the run, the assassins are excited to face Travis. So it's kind of almost like, oh yeah, they're just keeping their spot. Charlie McDonald's a great example because he's got 25 just blazoned across his chest. So that just hammered in the most for me. And is the only other time we actually reminded is that Battle Royale with Dr. Let's Shake. That, well, we missed out on because the gate didn't open quick enough. That, oh yeah, it's just actively many members are actually going up the ranks. That's the only other time you're reminded. And it would have been cool to actually see. Okay, on our rampage up to Jasper Bat Jr., it's a long one. Not mind-numbing because the location, you're ascending up the skyscraper. You literally physically have to. It would be cool to see an assassin racing up to kill number 1 while we're cheering on for Travis as he's the number 3 ranked assassin. That'd have been just hype as hell. Like, imagine that. Like, I don't know. Instead of it being like this phased certain amount of health, and then they dash off, like you burn all the way down all the way through, and all the way through their health, and oh, that's a bit weird. What was that? There we go. You burn all the way through their health, and then you ascend. Then I don't know. They just chuck some enemies at you, like physically chuck them, and they just dash off to the next room. That'd be hype as hell. Just some shit like that. Oh, yeah, and also another thing from my No More Heroes 1 review is actually, like, just, this is my suggestion for a bad girl-like boss. Is that when they have their own little, minions dashing about on screen, they have actual different moves, like, available. Like, they just either shoulder barge one of their minions onto you, and it becomes, like, this pile-up effect. And you gotta like battle your way like back onto your own feet, sort of deal. Like that sort of thing. That'd be exciting as hell. Or if it was Alice, for example, like it would have been nuts. She just stabs one of the enemies on her Arcera 6, one of her Arcera 6 arms, and just freaking throws them at you. Or she just comes charging at you and tries to impale you on top of that person as they're just waggling their arms around like crazy. Like there's some crazy shit like that. Would be nuts. Been pretty damn cool. There we go, big brain. There we go. So some shit like that have been friggin' intense, along with just having so many different floors to go through. That sometimes they just leap out the window and chuck a helicopter at you, some shit, just something crazy like that. Because I think seeing a parallel of Travis's determination to reach number 1 in someone else Would you be just hype as hell? That now, no, they got their own custom dark side modes or some shit as well. That'd be just nuts. That'd be all kinds of cool. What else was there? Well, Alice is ready to die since she's burning photos. She's burning photos and little albums and stuff like that. And she holds Travis in such high regard that she even says, "You inspire me," or something like that, something along those lines. And it's just really interesting to me. It's seriously interesting to me. But she was ready to die. And then she, yeah, even just literally just dropped herself forward to Travis. She didn't grovel or anything. She went out like a warrior. She went out like Ryuji almost did as well. But the most powerful part, there's a lot of powerful parts for those two cutscenes for me. The big major one is when Travis snaps and says that all characters in fiction are alive. That was really powerful for me as a teenager. And when I first heard that, because once I heard that, I looked at entertainment differently. It wasn't like a major revelation, like, whoa, these guys are really alive or some shit. But it made me realize that what you watch has a lot of power and enough to make an impact on you and just to get you thinking differently, like any real person would. Only if we listen closely enough to like what your friend or co-worker or just even like a stranger is trying to say to you. And it's not even out of admiration, but it's more out of respect. Just to be like, you know what? That's a damn good point, man. Like, just on that kind of level. Not just so much admiration, you just breathe. You just live, breathe, and sleep like every friggin' word they say. Because when you hold someone in regard like that, it's hard to... I think it's just hard to really see them as a person. You kind of see them as this fantasy figment kind of thing. It's why I don't really praise and go all gaga over celebrities. Because I'm like, okay, I understand that, oh no, this is a really cool actor, or this is a really amazing music artist. But no one's perfect. No one's perfect. You can see where you can kind of relate to them, but not just go so gaga over them that you just don't really pay attention when, oh no, they do something bad, or like they say something that you don't agree with. You don't just instantly change how you think and feel just because your friend... Well, honestly, if you want to be an actual good friend, you don't want to just simply blindly agree to what your friend says. Because that's not really being a good friend. It's not really being a good family member or anything like that. Like, call people out on their bullshit sometimes. If you really love and care about them, you would. You really would. I just find it so strange when people do that. They're just like, oh yeah, no. No, it's not like that. No, you're different. No, it's not the same thing. Even though, I know, you could have gone on some big rant and that pal or whatever is just in the exact same category of what you were just talking about. Whatever reason, like, it's, I find it strange. But yeah, it got me thinking like that. Got me thinking and curious like that.
Wow, that was close.
And what else is there? What else did I have noted down? Oh yeah, when Sylvia mentions that the UAA is a global organization, my brain just exploded a little bit the first time I heard that. Just like, whoa, it's everywhere. That's pretty freaking cool. Like, there's rankings everywhere. And my little dumbass completely forgot that she literally won a belt for like a different assassinations like kind of tournament thing. I can't quite remember what it was exactly, but that was pretty badass. That she just rocked in with a belt. Travis didn't even know that she left, which just made me giggle. But that sort of thing had me so intrigued. I was just like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, it's expansive. It's expanded like that. That's so awesome. Oh yeah, Travis getting laid is absolutely hilarious. It just seems like a real hilarious scene. Like, he gets this little slice of paradise, and also it eases the tension, a lot of the tension that was earned from just defeating Alice. So it eases a lot of tension before facing Jasper Bat Jr. It's, oh, god damn, it's so funny. Like, that's a friend of mine. That was one of the first things he quoted. He mentioned just like, oh yeah, when you get to when Travis gets laid, that's gonna be so funny. He just found that funny instantly. So I was just like, yeah, dude, that's gonna be great to see again. Because the whole sign just gets rocked about and falls apart a little bit. Always made me giggle. Always made me giggle, that. But oh man, But yeah, overall, those are my feelings on the Alice fight. Anyway, all my babbling aside, we got Jasper Bat Jr. Actually, no, we got our gym session first. We got our gym session, and then we got Jasper Bat Jr., and then that'll be No More Heroes 2 over. That's if we get to the top of that damn tower. But until then, this has been DePassion, also known as Mikkel. See you on the next journey. Take care.
Huh.